Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. An update from Ukraine. And this update doesn't look good for the Ukrainians, I have to warn you. So let's start with the first article and the first topic. The Russians launched a massive drone attack last night. 100 drones launched on the 27th to 28th of January 2025. So aftermath of 100 drone Russian attack fell across 7 Ukrainian oblasts. Russia attacked Ukraine with 100 attack drones on the night of 27 to 28 January. Air Defense Forces have destroyed 65 of them. 28 disappeared from radar and 1 drone is still in the air. So they would make what? 60, 80, 95. So 95 destroyed or disappeared plus 1. 96. So that means we got 4 flying, I don't know where. So starting at 8 o'clock p.m. on the 27th of January, the Russians launched 100 Shahed-type attack UAVs and various types of decoy drones from the following directions. And I will show you the locations. The usual suspects are there. Oh, we have Cape Shauda as well. So, Oriol, Bryansk, Kursk, Milerovo, and Primorsko-Akhtarsk in Russia and Cape Shauda in temporarily occupied Crimea. And those are here. Bryansk, Oriol, Kursk. These are in the northeast of Ukraine. Then you got Milerovo, right here where this little thing here is. Then you got Primorsko-Akhtarsk, across from the Sea of Azov, is right here in Russia. And then the Cape Shauda is in the Crimean Peninsula, exactly here. So from southeast, then you got East Milerovo, then northeast and north. Let's see what oblasts they attacked. They attacked Kiev, Kharkiv, Poltava, Sumy, Chernihiv, Cherkasy, Kirovohrad, Zhytomyr, Dnipropetrovsk, Zaporozhye, Mykolaiv, Odessa, and Kherson Oblast. So they didn't go too much, let's say the eastern half of Ukraine, which is all this from here. All this was attacked. Nothing in the Polish, Hungarian, Romanian side of Ukraine, which is this side right here. Next, Ukrinform, the same. They tell us that 65 were down. Poop. Here is the evidence. Always provide the evidence, correct? Ukrainian defense thwarts massive Russian drone attack. 95, right? Destroyed out of 100, plus 1 flying somewhere else. But we find out the Russians attacking most often near Pokrovsk on Lyman and Toretsk fronts. I will show you the fronts where the Russians mostly attack, but as a starter, I'm going to show you these 3 fronts. So the Lyman is right here, Pokrovsk here, and then you had, what was the last one? I'm losing my mind. Where are you, baby doll? Toretsk. Yeah, all right. So we got these areas here. So here, Lyman, then you got, so Lyman is this area, Toretsk right here, and Chasov Yar as well, and Pokrovsk in this. And so these are the hottest, I would say. But we got more provided by this article, and they start from north, go south. It says on the Kharkiv front, Kharkov. This is, let me just show you, on far east of Ukraine. This is Kharkov. What do you say, Kharkiv? That's how the Ukrainians call it. Kharkov is the Russian. So this front, they're talking about this area, and then they go down here, and then down here, and then down here, and then that's where they're gonna stop right here. So this is the hottest front these guys are going to talk about. So it says on the Kharkiv front, the Russians tried to break through Ukrainian defenses near the city of Vovchansk 5 times. Now we go to Kupiansk front. The Kupiansk front is the city in Kharkiv, which is right here. This is where Kupiansk is. Let's start from here, then go down, down, down. So Kharkiv, this guy is going to be pinched, going to be surrounded, encircled. 6 Russian attacks occurred. Ukrainian defenders repelled Russian assault actions near the settlements of Prishchanie, Kivka, and we got 2 more here. Those are around as I said, in this area. And then we go south to Lyman, which is Lyman is south of this, is right here. This is the area that we're going to go and move towards. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I like it like that. So here we're going to move down here, then we're going to move to Lyman, then we're going to go down here to Toretsk, probably Pokrovsk right here, and see what else. The Lyman front. The Russians conducted 10 attacks trying to break through Ukrainian defenses near the 1,000 settlements. On Siversk front, moving south of Lyman, Ukrainian forces successfully repelled one attack near the village of Bilohorivka. On the Kramatorsk front, they're talking about the same area in here, in this area. Siversk, Kramatorsk are this area in this. So this is Lyman, Siversk, and this. They're going to move south from this position or location. On the Kramatorsk front, the Russians conducted 7 attacks near the settlements of Chasiv Yar, I'm going to show you, and Bilahora, which are right here. This is Chasiv Yar, here Bilahora. So they went south from there. This is Artemovsk or Bakhmut. If you remember, the Wagner group took over, and then you had Soledar right here. All right, let's see what else. On the Toretsk front, which is south of Chasiv Yar, the Russians conducted 13 attacks near the settlements of Toretsk, Krymskie, Papiskop, Kaloka. So this is south of Chasiv Yar, this right here. And from here we're going to go to Pokrovsk, which is right here where the Ukrainians approach the Dnipropetrovsk oblast. So we move south, we're talking about Toretsk, I'm sorry, which is south of Chasiv Yar, between Chasiv Yar and Pokrovsk, right here. On the Toretsk front, the Russians conducted 13 attacks in the settlements of Toretsk, Parakara-Karatsaka. Pokrovsk front, Ukrainian defenders stopped 85 Russian assaults towards the settlements of Vodiane, Bagalaga. Look how many are over there. So I think the Ukrainians are in big doo-doo. In Pokrovsk, right here, the Russians call it differently, Krasnoarmeysk. So there, we're talking about this one. The Russians are going to move towards Dnipropetrovsk, and that's going to be the subject of my next topic in this video. And then we have on Novopavlivka, the Russians conducted 8 attacks near the settlements of Novosilka, Kastiani Papapaka, Rozdonia, and Velika Novosilka, which the Russians claim, which is right here, the Russians claim they took over Velika Novosilka in here. So this is an update on the Russians are advancing, or at least trying to push forward. And that's going to get me to the next topic, an article coming from Agence France Presse, a bad dream. Russian troops threaten Dnipropetrovsk. Where is Dnipropetrovsk? This is the oblast Dnipropetrovsk. So this is where Toretsk is, Pokrovsk, where the Russians are advancing, and they also advance towards Novopavlivka, Kaparlavivska, right here, Velikaya Novoleska, Novoselka. So they're advancing here and here toward, this is Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. So a bad dream. All right, Svitlana Rudokvas once took solace in the fact that fighting between the Papapap. By now, Kremlin's Papapap, some people still have this area, psychological border. They think that the Russians won't cross. They're talking about between the Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk. So in the 3 years since Russia invaded, its forces have never broken through into the industrial region. But emboldened by months of gradual gains, they are now just some 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles from its border and stepping up bombardment. So she's talking about this area in here. 2.5 miles, 4 kilometers, right? Or something like that. 4 kilometers. The restaurant right next to Papapa, we don't care about them. The problem is for the Ukrainians, obviously the Russians are advancing here and here. What could it look like? You see, they're going to go here, going to go little by little. I don't know how far they want to go, but probably until they get to these guys in Kiev. But in order to get to Kiev, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So it is, my friends, a general overview of not much happens in not much, nothing extraordinary, meaningful to mention happens in Kursk Oblast, where NATO troops used the Ukrainians to invade Russia successfully. They were stopped, and gradually the Russians are pushing them back. But still, these foreigners are occupying Russian territory for too long, I think. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.